Hello and welcome to the Go Circular virtual talks series. With me today is Oliver Borek, Managing Director for Europe at UK-based Mura Technology company. Oliver is a managing director, managing rollout of the European development of Mura's innovative plastic recycling process, including sites across Germany, alongside strategic work for the wider global portfolio. Oliver, thank you for joining us today, and I know you have exciting news to share with us today and with our followers as well. So Miura is developing a global portfolio of sites using the HydroPRS advanced recycling system for end-of-life plastic, focusing on post-consumer waste plastic. The system is able to recycle that which mechanical recycling cannot, including flexible, multi-layered material into hydrocarbons for the production of virgin grade plastic. Miura recently set out an ambition of having 1 million tons annual recycling capacity in development by 2025. And on the way achieving that goal with first 80,000 tons per annum site under construction in the UK, with plans to start commercial operation in 2022, already next year, alongside sites in development in the USA and Germany, and open discussions for sites in Asia. Oliver, I prepared a few short questions for you today about the opportunities and benefits of Mura's HydroPRS system. So I suggest that we dive straight into the announcement, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so Miura recently announced new partners. The KBR, the global multinational engineering services company, IGUS, a global leader in industrial plastics, alongside Wood, the global consulting and engineering company, who have been appointed as the EPC contractor to build the Mura's first HydroPRS site in the UK. And I understand you have a new partner that you would like to announce today?
Absolutely. So we have another partner that is joining us on this journey. So we are glad to announce that Dow Chemicals will be on board as an investment partner. And we look forward to working with them, as they clearly, being one of the leading plastic manufacturers of in the world, their endorsement is very important to us. Mm-hmm. It will support the rapid scaling of our technology to various sites within Europe, but also with a global perspective in mind. They're looking to be an offtaker for the materials that our projects produce. You've mentioned the UK project. Mm-hmm. That would be one of them. And then obviously we're looking to cooperate with them on various European projects that are currently in planning.
Okay, so a few projects, right? Not just one. Okay.
That is correct, yeah.
How do you see partnerships support scaling of Miura and your technology?
I mean, Miura itself is a small company, so we have limited resources. So clearly, our global alliance with KBR has been incredibly additive to that. They have thousands of engineers that can support this technology. They have extensive relationships within the petrochem oil and gas network that would be the primary, I guess, points of interest for deploying this technology. Mm-hmm. Then obviously the Dow partnership will bring considerable financial strength and enhance the global rollout. Mm-hmm. IGUS has been incredibly helpful. They have an extensive network of clients throughout the world. They have very strong sustainability credentials. We have support from their CEO in this regard, and they've been very, very supportive of getting the message out to their clients, which again, through various channels, finds its way back to us in forms of support and new leads. And then obviously moving forward, we will have more announcements to make that I can't talk about just yet, but there's plenty going on in the pipeline, and we're very excited about it.
Yeah, actually, that was my question. If you have other partnerships in the offing.
Well, what I can say is that we are obviously expanding the scope. So I've mentioned that we're looking at the petrochem, oil and gas sector, also primarily through our alliance with KBR. But we are also, in extensive conversations with global brand names, since they are sort of at the front end of all of this with their packaging, and there are things like plastic taxes, etc. So they have a very keen interest, in the recycling space, and feedstock or advanced recycling, if you call, especially at this stage, since they've had extensive, I guess, activities within the mechanical recycling space, and now they're looking to take that next step. So, like I said, I'm not at liberty to make any sort of specific announcements yet, but there's a lot in the pipeline.
Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier about Miura's ambition, right, of 1 million tons per annum in development is very impressive. Can you tell me about your plans to make this happen?
Sure. I mean, obviously, it's a big number. Everyone throws out big numbers and says, "I will" and "I shall," etc. But I think it's fair to say that we have a number of projects of our own in the pipeline. Plus, we have license people who are willing to purchase license for their own project. So what I can say is that we've got, for instance, the 80,000 tons in Wilton. We're looking at 4 projects in Germany with a total of 400,000 eventually. We're looking at the same number in the United States. And then obviously we've got the additional licenses that we are in discussions with in Europe, in North America, and in Asia. So if you aggregate that together, and even, if you were to be conservative and say a number of these projects will never see the light of day, you still get a figure that will be in excess of 1 million. So we're quite, I guess, happy and content with throwing numbers around like that, because I think we will reach them.
Mm-hmm. I look forward, following the news on that. And Oliver, so now if I can ask you about the HydroPRS process, and if it is scalable in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main features of it. We can always go say, we have this, they have that sort of thing. But I think the main outstanding features is its scalability. It uses supercritical water, and it's got a very efficient heat transfer. Water surrounds the plastics, and it doesn't matter at what scale you do that. It's the same process throughout. So upscaling isn't an inherent issue or risk with our process. Then we produce through this reaction very stable reactions. They are controllable, which is also very important in order to produce a high quality output, which again leads to high yields the way we do that. So that means it's very economical to run the process, and then as a result, there's very little wastage. So we have a highly efficient conversion rate.
Thank you. And my next question would be, Oliver, about you earlier talking about the Dow partnership. So what attracted Miura to Dow?
Well, clearly they are one of the preeminent plastic manufacturers. They are, I guess, a benchmark manufacturer and company in this space. They have relevance throughout the world, and most importantly, they have decided to focus on their sustainability credentials. They really want to make, I guess, a little bit more of a splash in this market. And having chosen us as a partner to do this is tremendous from our point of view, and we're very excited to be working together with them.
Great. And Oliver, I have a few more questions. 2 last questions about Miura. So if you can tell me about Miura's ultimate vision. And the next would be, what are the next step for Miura What are you looking for?
So I guess really, at the end of this, everyone is looking to introduce their technology, and as business people, we're always looking to make a return. But I think the primary goal has to be is that we want to make a difference. We want to propagate our technology globally and at scale, because we can only make a difference at scale, and then that turns the dial and turns the tide, if you like, with the challenges that we face in terms of plastic waste. In doing so, we will offer a lower cost of capital, because as our technology becomes more prevalent, it will reduce the risk premium associated with it. We're giving open access to the technology, so people can license the technology without having to partner up with Miura, if you like, directly in order to build facilities. We are looking to build a strong network. So that means brand owners, all people of the circular economy will be part of, I guess, the stakeholders within our technology and within our company. And I think all with this lends itself to a large scale effort, which will make a difference at the end of the day. So rather than building a facility here and there, we want to really, scale it out, make it available to everybody, and then make a difference. So this is, I guess, the main objective that we have in mind. And we are continuing to look for partnerships, people who want to invest in the technology, etc. So anybody who wants to buy a license, they can reach us through KBR or talk to KBR and discuss with them how they wish to do this. KBR has wonderful, superb engineering services. That's the next equation. It's really nice that you have a technology, but you have to build things and you have to integrate it with existing infrastructure. So KBR is our partner for this. And I think it's a very credible solution. It's a very efficient solution. I think it's a commercially attractive solution. So, I invite people to contact us, and we're happy to elaborate and substantiate these points that I'm making.
That's great. I mean, I've been working in the circular economy, creating these events, and what I understand that the partnerships is one of the most important part of the achieving the goal towards the circular economy. So, Oliver, thank you so much for this exciting conversation. Lots of work to do, big ambitions, and I and our whole team at Globuk will look forward following further news and announcements coming from Miura. Thank you very much for your time today, Oliver.
Thank you very much for having me.